Look, let us be real for a second because I am tired of seeing you guys get played by people in suits who have never actually looked at a balance sheet. It is Wednesday night, May Shisen, Nounsanin Arshado, and while everyone else is out spending money they do not have on drinks they do not need, you and I are going to have a serious talk about why you are not rich yet. I am sitting here with a cup of black coffee that cost me exactly $0 because I made it at home. And that tiny choice is exactly why my portfolio looks the way it does. Most of you are worrying about the wrong things. You are stressing over a $5 latte, while your biggest wealth killer is sitting right in your driveway staring you in the face. I am telling you right now, it is not your coffee habit that is keeping you broke. It is that shiny piece of metal you use to get to work. The average American is flushing $10,728 down the toilet every single year on a car, and you wonder why you cannot afford a house. Let us get into the weeds of what this massive expense actually looks like and how you can save thousands of dollars every year by just being a little smarter than the average person. I remember the day I graduated in Nounsanin Arshir. The world was ending. Nobody was hiring. And I had exactly $400 in my bank account. I saw kids I went to school with signing 6-year loans for $70,000 trucks the moment they got their first corporate paycheck at a Fortune 100 company. I stayed in my beat-up Nounsanin Isharmaus Edan that smelled like old gym socks and looked like a crushed soda can, but while they were paying $700 a month in interest, I was buying VO and VTI in Nounsanin Arsasen. Used car prices spiked again, up 2.5% in January alone. And by late Nounsanin Arshar, over 15% of people who financed a new car committed to a monthly payment of over $1,000. That is a record high, and it is absolutely insane because that $1,000 is not just a payment, it is an opportunity cost that is stealing millions from your future self. If you took that same $1,000 and put it into the SP Woodinin every month for 30 years at a 10% average return, you would have over $2.2 million. Instead, you have a depreciating piece of junk that will be worth $5,000 in a decade if you are lucky. Now, let us talk about the dividend trap because I see so many of you falling for it, like it is some kind of magic money printer. If you plan to invest in dividend stocks and live off that income, you better be ready for a massive reality check in Nounsanin Arsadale. I am not just going to crunch the numbers, I am going to show you why chasing high yields like a hungry dog is the fastest way to stay poor. Most people think they can just buy a few shares of a high-yield stock and retire to a beach. But the math does not care about your beach plans. Assume you want $50,000 a year in passive dividend income. Do you have any idea how much capital that actually requires? If you buy Apple, which has a yield of 0.39%, you would need over $12 million in stock to get that $50,000 check. Even if you go for a safe dividend aristocrat like Pepsi at a 3.8% yield, you still need $1.3 million in cold hard cash. The average American household net worth is only around $193,000. Which means most people are not even close to the starting line. And let us talk about the risk, because Nounsanin Arsasi was the year the dividend dream died for a lot of people. Sen M was the gold standard, 66 years of increasing dividends, and then boom, they slashed it and got kicked out of the club. Walgreens did the same thing after 40 years, and ATT cut theirs by 46% back in Nounsanin Arshar. When a company pays a massive dividend, it is often because they have run out of ways to grow, or worse. Their stock price is crashing and the yield is just a fake bait to catch suckers. Every dollar a company pays you is a dollar they are not using to fight off competitors or build new tech. If you are under 30 Wu, you should not even be looking at dividends. You should be obsessed with total return and growth. Vanguard proved it in their research. A total return strategy is more diversified and historically outperforms a dividend focus because you are not hiding in defensive sectors like utilities. From Nounsanin Ishideo to Nounsanin Arshawu, a dividend portfolio grew at 9.67% while the total market hit 10.60%. That 1% difference might not sound like much, but over 30 years on $1 million portfolio, that is the difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Plus, you are paying taxes on those dividends every single year, even if you reinvest them, which is like running a race with a backpack full of rocks. I want you to look at the macro picture because the world in Nounsanin Arshado is not the world your parents grew up in. Inflation is not a headline, it is a thief that lives in your house and eats your lunch every single day. If you are not making at least 7% on your money, you are actually getting poorer while you sleep. I see people keeping $50,000 in a checking account because they are scared of the market. You should be scared of the bank because they are lending your money out at 8% while giving you 0.01%. The housing market is a mess. Interest rates are sticky, and corporate layoffs are hitting the news every single morning. The only way to survive this is to own the means of production, and that means owning shares in the biggest companies in the world. Stop trying to pick the next moon coin or the next secret tech stock. I bought Microsoft back when everyone said they were a boring legacy company, and I bought it on a rainy Tuesday while eating a $3 burrito. I did not buy it because of a tip. I bought it because their cash flow was a fortress and they owned the productivity of the entire planet. That position has grown while I did absolutely nothing, and that is the power of being a silent partner in great businesses. You need to stop being a consumer and start being an owner. Every time you buy a new iPhone, you are paying for someone else's dividend. Why not be the one receiving it instead? I drive a car that is 10 years old, and I do not care what my neighbors think because my brokerage account is a weapon. Wealth is not what you spend. Wealth is what you keep and what you grow. If you are still working a job you hate just to pay for things you do not need, you are in a cage with an open door. The door is the stock market, and the key is consistency and discipline. I want you to track every single dollar that leaves your pocket this week, every subscription you do not use, every meal out that you did not even enjoy, and every impulse buy on Amazon. If you can find an extra $500 a month to invest, you are changing the trajectory of your entire family tree. Do not tell me you do not have the money while you are wearing $300 sneakers and holding a $1,000 phone. The math of Yancenian Arshido is simple. You are either the one paying interest or the one collecting it. I am here to make sure you are the one collecting it. I call my internet provider every single year to haggle over the bill because $20 saved is $20 that can go into the SP Woody Neen. If you think that is too much work, then you do not want to be rich. You just want to look rich. Real wealth is quiet, real wealth is boring, and real wealth is built in the dark while nobody is watching. I want you to go look at your accounts tonight and be brutally honest with yourself. Are you actually building something, or are you just spinning your wheels? The compound interest curve starts slow. It looks like nothing is happening for years, and then it explodes. Most people quit right before the explosion because they want the dopamine hit of a new purchase today. Do not be most people. Be the person who is still standing when the music stops. I am going to keep showing you the data and the real-world results because I have been in the trenches and I know what works. We are going to talk about tax loss harvesting. We are going to talk about Roth IRA conversions. And we are going to talk about how to protect your pile from the government. But none of that matters if you do not have the discipline to stop the leaks in your budget first. You really have to realize that no one is coming to save you. Not the government, not your boss, and not a lottery ticket. It is just you and the choices you make with your capital every single day. I want you to be the person who can walk away from a job they hate because they have walk-away money in the bank. That is the true definition of freedom, and it is worth more than any luxury car or designer watch. So, did your hand shake when the market dipped last month? Or did you see it as a clearance sale? If you were scared, you do not have a plan, you have a hope, and hope is not a strategy. Get a plan, stick to the math, and let time do the heavy lifting for you. I am heading out to go film some more content for you guys, but I want you to leave a comment below. Tell me one thing you are going to cut out of your budget this week so you can buy more shares of your future. I read every single one of them because I want to see you win. We are a community of people who are tired of the nonsense and ready for the truth. Stay sharp, stay hungry, and for the love of everything, stay away from those $70,000 truck loans. I will see you in the next one. Stay focused on the total return. The wealth transfer is happening right now, and I am not letting you miss out on a single cent. The logic of Yancenian Arshido is clear, and the winners are the ones who can delay gratification just a little bit longer than everyone else. It is time to get to work and build the life you actually want to live. I am done talking for now, so go make a move. I mean it, go look at your brokerage account right now and set up an automatic transfer. Even if it is just $50, start the habit today. Consistency is the only secret in this game that actually works. I have seen people with average salaries become millionaires just because they never stopped buying the index. And I have seen doctors and lawyers go bankrupt because they thought they were too smart for the basics. Do not be the smart person who fails. Be the disciplined person who wins. The market does not care about your degree. It only cares about your shares. I am out of here to go check the Brent crude futures and see what else big oil is up to. Keep your stop losses tight and your eyes on the prize. We are just getting started on this journey together. I will see you on the live stream this Thursday for the Inner Circle members. Until then, stay sharp and keep your expenses low. The future belongs to the owners, not the consumers. See you later. Bye. Seriously, go sell that car. Just kidding, but really think about it. All right, I am gone. Peace. The downstanding Arshidome market is waiting for no one. If you are still watching, you are the dedicated 1%. Use that dedication to fuel your portfolio. I am really going. Now, catch you later. Stay smart. Invest hard. Bye.